Sainsbury's sells both the best and worst products in UK supermarkets. Same store, same aisles, but the quality gap is shocking. I found bread with 4 ingredients sitting next to bread with 15 chemicals. Milk from pasture-fed cows next to milk so processed it barely qualifies as dairy. I spent 3 weeks analysing Sainsbury's products, testing quality, reading every label and comparing prices. What I discovered will change how you shop forever. I'm about to reveal the 10 best products you should always buy at Sainsbury's, the 3 worst products poisoning customers daily, and how to spot the difference on the shelf. By the end, you'll know exactly what to put in your basket and what to avoid completely. Number 10. Sainsbury's. Taste the difference. Sourdough. Their Taste the Difference sourdough is one of the few genuine sourdough breads available in UK supermarkets. The ingredients are wheat flour, water, salt, and rye flour. That's it. 4 ingredients with no additives, no preservatives, no emulsifiers. This is how bread should be made. A baker told me, Sainsbury's Taste the Difference. Sourdough is legitimately good bread. The fermentation is real, the ingredients are minimal, and the texture shows proper long fermentation. It's surprising to find genuine sourdough in a supermarket. The fermentation time is listed as 16 hours. Real sourdough requires long fermentation to develop flavour and make the bread digestible. Most supermarket breads are made in under 3 hours. The texture is proper sourdough. Dense crumb with irregular holes, chewy texture, substantial crust. It doesn't compress to nothing like industrial bread. The flavour is complex and tangy. Real sourdough has depth from fermentation, not one-dimensional yeastiness from rapid processing. The shelf life is short at 3 to 4 days. This proves its genuine real bread goes stale quickly. If bread lasts 2 weeks, it's full of preservatives. The price is around £2.50 for 400 grams. More expensive than standard bread, but you're getting real fermented bread with minimal ingredients. The only downside is availability. Taste the difference. Sourdough isn't in every Sainsbury's store. Smaller locations may not stock it. Check the bakery section, not the standard bread aisle. When I tested this bread, it was genuinely impressive. Proper sour tang, chewy texture, irregular crumb. This is real bread that happens to be sold in a supermarket. Number 9. Sainsbury's Organic Whole Milk. Sainsbury's Organic Whole Milk is proper milk from organic farms with genuine welfare standards. The organic certification ensures no synthetic pesticides, no routine antibiotics, and better animal welfare. Organic dairy cows must have access to pasture for grazing. The milk is minimally processed. It's pasteurized for safety, but not ultra-pasteurized or homogenized to death. You can still taste actual milk flavor. A dairy farmer explained, organic milk is substantially different from conventional. The cows eat grass, not concentrated feed. The milk has better omega-3 to omega-6 ratios, more vitamins, and actually tastes like milk. The fat content is 4% because it's whole milk. The fat contains fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. Skimmed milk removes these nutrients. The price is around £1.30 for 2 litres. More expensive than conventional milk, but reasonable for organic quality. The taste is noticeably better than conventional milk. Richer, creamier, with actual milk flavour rather than watery blandness. The cream separates naturally if left standing. This proves minimal processing. Heavily homogenized milk stays uniform. The welfare standards are genuine. Organic certification requires outdoor access, lower stocking densities, and no routine antibiotic use. When I tested Sainsbury's organic milk against conventional Sainsbury's milk, the difference was obvious. The organic milk tasted rich and creamy. The conventional milk tasted thin and bland. Number 8. Sainsbury's Esso Organic Free-Range Eggs. Sainsbury's Esso organic free-range eggs are from genuinely free-range organic farms with proper welfare standards. The organic certification ensures organic feed, no routine antibiotics, outdoor access, and lower stocking densities than conventional free-range. The hens have access to outdoor pasture with vegetation. Organic standards require meaningful outdoor access. not just a concrete yard. The maximum flock size for organic is 2,000 hens per house. This is still industrial scale, but much better than 16,000 hens in conventional free-range sheds. An egg quality specialist told me, organic eggs are nutritionally superior. The hens forage naturally, eating grass, insects, and diverse plants. This creates eggs with better omega-3 content, more vitamins, and richer yolks. The yolk color is deep orange. This indicates a varied diet with access to grass and outdoor foraging. Pale yellow yolks show grain-only diets. Number 7. Sainsbury's taste the difference. British beef mince, grass-fed. Sainsbury's taste the difference. Grass-fed beef mince is genuinely grass-fed British beef, which is rare in supermarket mince. The label states grass-fed, which means the cattle were raised primarily on pasture-eating grass. Most supermarket beef is grain-finished, even if raised on grass initially. The fat content is 15%. Grass-fed beef is leaner than grain-fed beef because cattle on grass don't fatten as quickly. A regenerative farmer explained, grass-fed beef is nutritionally superior. Higher omega-3 content, more conjugated linoleic acid, more vitamins. The flavour is also better. Less fatty, more mineral richness. The colour is deeper red. Grass-fed beef has more myoglobin from active animals grazing pastures. Grain-fed beef is paler because the cattle are less active. The welfare is better than standard beef. Grass-fed cattle spend their lives outdoors on pasture rather than in feedlots. The environmental impact is lower. Grass-fed systems require no grain production, less transport, and improve soil health through grazing. The price is around £6 per kilogram. More expensive than standard mince, but reasonable for grass-fed quality. The taste is richer and more complex. Grass-fed beef has mineral, earthy notes. Grain-fed beef tastes fattier and blander. The fat quality is better. Grass-fed beef fat is yellow from beta-carotene in grass. It's harder at room temperature and more stable for cooking. When I cooked this mince against standard Sainsbury's beef mince, the grass-fed version rendered less fat, had richer flavour and better texture. Number 6. Sainsbury's Wild Alaskan Red Salmon. Sainsbury's Wild Alaskan Red Salmon is genuinely wild-caught salmon, not farmed, making it one of the healthiest fish options in supermarkets. The wild-caught certification means the salmon was caught in Alaskan waters, not raised in farms. Wild salmon is nutritionally superior to farmed salmon. The omega-3 content is higher in wild salmon. Wild fish eat natural diets of smaller fish and krill, accumulating beneficial fats. A marine biologist told me, wild Alaskan salmon is one of the cleanest fish available. The waters are relatively unpolluted, the fisheries are well managed, and the fish live natural lives. It's about as good as seafood gets. The colour is natural. Wild salmon gets pink colour from eating krill and other crustaceans. Farmed salmon is often fed synthetic astaxanthin to create pink colour. The sustainability is verified. Alaskan salmon fisheries are among the best managed in the world with strict quotas and monitoring. The contaminants are lower than farmed salmon. Wild fish don't accumulate pollutants from crowded farm conditions. The price is around £4.50 for 213 grams. Expensive compared to farmed salmon, but you're getting genuinely wild fish. The taste is richer and more complex than farmed salmon. Wild salmon has firmer texture and deeper flavour. The welfare is inherently better. Wild fish live natural lives in oceans rather than crowded farm pens. When I tested this against Sainsbury's farmed salmon, the wild salmon was firmer, richer in flavour and more satisfying. The farmed salmon was soft, fatty and bland. Number 5. Sainsbury's So Organic Butter. Sainsbury's So Organic Butter is real butter from organic milk with no additives. The ingredients are organic cream and salt. That's it. 2 ingredients for salted butter, 1 ingredient for unsalted. This is how butter should be made. The organic certification ensures the cream comes from organic dairy farms with genuine welfare standards and no synthetic pesticides. A nutritionist specializing in fats told me, real butter from organic grass-fed cows is far healthier than people think. It contains fat-soluble vitamins, conjugated linoleic acid, and beneficial short-chain fatty acids. Industrial margarine is worse for health despite marketing claims. The color is naturally yellow. This comes from beta-carotene in grass that the cows ate. Pale white butter suggests grain-fed cows. The taste is rich and complex. Real butter has depth of flavor. Industrial margarine tastes flat and chemical. The fat quality is superior. Butter from grass-fed organic cows has better omega-3 to omega-6 ratios than butter from grain-fed cows. The price is around £2.50 for 250 grams. More expensive than conventional butter, but you're getting organic quality. The texture is proper butter texture. It's firm when cold, soft at room temperature, and melts cleanly when heated. The vitamins are naturally present. Butter contains vitamins A, D, E, and K in their natural forms, not synthetic fortification. When I tested Sainsbury's organic butter against Flora margarine, the butter was vastly superior in taste, texture, and ingredients. The margarine was processed oils with additives. Number 4. Sainsbury's, taste the difference. Extra virgin olive oil. Sainsbury's, taste the difference, and at extra virgin olive oil is genuine cold-pressed olive oil, not refined or blended. The label states cold-pressed, which means the olives were pressed mechanically without heat or chemicals. This preserves nutrients and flavor. The origin is stated as Spain or Italy, depending on batch. Single origin olive oil is higher quality than blends from multiple countries. An olive oil expert explained, "Taste the difference. Olive oil is legitimately extra virgin. The flavor shows it's fresh, cold-pressed oil. Many supermarket olive oils are refined or old, but this is proper quality. The flavor is fruity and peppery. Real extra virgin olive oil should have complexity, slight bitterness, and peppery finish. Refined oil tastes bland. The color is deep green gold. This indicates fresh oil with chlorophyll and polyphenols. Pale yellow oil suggests refinement or age. The price is around £5 for 500 millilitres. Mid-range for extra virgin olive oil, more expensive than basic brands but reasonable for quality. The bottle is dark glass. This protects oil from light damage. Clear plastic bottles allow light to degrade the oil. The harvest date should be checked. Olive oil is best within 18 months of harvest. Look for recent dates. The polyphenol content is likely high based on flavor. The peppery finish indicates phenolic compounds that provide health benefits. When I tested this against Sainsbury's basic olive oil, the Taste the Difference version was dramatically better. Complex flavor, peppery finish, deep color. The basic version was bland and oily. Number 3. Sainsbury's, taste the difference. 85% dark chocolate. Sainsbury's, taste the difference 85%. Dark chocolate is real chocolate with minimal sugar and high cocoa content. The cocoa content is 85%. This means 85% cocoa solids and only 15% sugar and other ingredients. The ingredients are cocoa mass, sugar, cocoa butter, and vanilla. 4 ingredients with no emulsifiers, no vegetable fats, no additives. A chocolate expert told me, Sainsbury's 85% dark chocolate is legitimately good chocolate. The cocoa quality is decent, the processing is minimal, and the sugar content is low. It's impressive for supermarket chocolate. The flavor is complex and intense. High cocoa chocolate has bitterness, fruity notes, and complexity. Milk chocolate is just sweet. The sugar content is around 15 grams per 100 grams. This is dramatically lower than Cadbury dairy milk, which is over 50 grams per 100 grams. The health benefits are substantial. Dark chocolate with high cocoa content provides antioxidants, minerals, and beneficial compounds. The cocoa butter is real cocoa butter, not palm oil or vegetable fat fats. This creates proper chocolate texture and flavour. The price is around £2 for 100 grams. More expensive than Cadbury, but you're getting real chocolate with high cocoa content. The texture is firm and snappy. Real dark chocolate made with cocoa butter has proper snap when broken. When I tested this against Cadbury dairy milk, the difference was dramatic. The dark chocolate was complex, intense, and satisfying. The Cadbury was cloyingly sweet with minimal chocolate flavour. If you're taking notes on the best products at Sainsbury's, make sure to subscribe. I'm about to reveal the 3 worst products they sell, and at the end, I'll teach you exactly how to spot quality products versus junk. Subscribe so you never waste money on terrible food again. Number 2. Sainsbury's So Organic Porridge Oats. Sainsbury's So Organic Porridge Oats are whole organic oats with zero processing or additives. The ingredients are organic rolled oats. One ingredient. This is how oats should be. Whole grains with nothing added or removed. The organic certification ensures no synthetic pesticides or herbicides. Conventional oats often contain glyphosate residues from pre-harvest spraying. A nutritionist explained, "Organic oats are crucial. Conventional oats are heavily sprayed with glyphosate to dry them before harvest. Tests show most conventional oats contain glyphosate residues. Organic certification eliminates this exposure. The processing is minimal. The oats are simply steamed and rolled, preserving nutrients and fibre. The fibre content is high at around 9 grams per 100 grams. Oats provide beta-glucan fibre that lowers cholesterol and stabilizes blood sugar. The protein content is around 11 grams per 100 grams. Oats are unusually high in protein for a grain. The glycemic index is moderate. Oats release energy slowly, preventing blood sugar spikes unlike sugary cereals. The price is around £1.70 for 1 kilogram. More expensive than conventional oats, but reasonable for organic quality. The taste is pure oat flavour. No sweetness, no additives, just wholesome grain taste that accepts whatever you add. When I tested these against Quaker Oats So Simple Golden Syrup, the difference was stark. The organic oats were wholesome and satisfying. The Quaker product was a sugar bomb disguised as health food. Number 1. Sainsbury's tastes the difference raw. Honey. The best product you can buy at Sainsbury's is Taste the Difference Raw Honey. This is genuinely raw, unpasteurized honey with all beneficial compounds intact. The label states raw and unpasteurized. This means the honey hasn't been heated above 45 degrees Celsius, preserving enzymes, antioxidants, and beneficial compounds. The ingredients are 100% honey. No additives, no processing, just pure honey from bees. A beekeeper told me, Sainsbury's raw honey is legitimate. It's actually unpasteurized with visible pollen and crystallization. Most supermarket honey is heavily filtered and heated, destroying everything beneficial. This is proper honey. The texture is thick and crystallized. Raw honey crystallizes naturally. Smooth liquid honey has been heated to prevent crystallization. The color varies by batch. Raw honey from different floral sources has different colors. Uniform color suggests blending or processing. The pollen is visible. You can see tiny particles suspended in the honey. Heavily filtered honey is completely clear. The enzymes are active. Raw honey contains diastase, invertase, and other enzymes that provide health benefits. Heat destroys these. The antioxidants are preserved. Raw honey has high antioxidant content. Pasteurization reduces antioxidants significantly. The price is around £5 for 340 grams. Expensive compared to standard honey, but you're getting raw, unprocessed quality. The origin is stated as EU and non-EU. While not single origin, the raw processing is more important than origin for quality. The crystallization is natural. If your honey crystallizes, that's good. It proves it's raw. Heat it gently if you want liquid consistency. When I tested this against standard Sainsbury's honey, the raw honey was dramatically superior. Thick, complex flavor, visible pollen, natural crystallization. The standard honey was thin, bland, and obviously processed. Now let's spotlight the worst products at Sainsbury's. Number 3. Sainsbury's white sliced bread. This is industrial bread made with the Chorleywood process and full of additives. The ingredients include wheat flour, water, yeast, salt, vegetable oils, sugar, soya flour, emulsifiers E4721 and E4721E, flour treatment agent, preservative calcium propionate. That's 11 ingredients. Real bread needs 4: flour, water, yeast, and salt. Everything else is industrial processing. A bread expert told me, Sainsbury's white bread is typical Chorleywood junk, made in under 3 hours. With aggressive mechanical mixing and chemical additives, it's nutritionally void and full of compounds that damage gut health. The calcium propionate preservative is linked to behavioral problems in children. Studies show it causes irritability, sleep disturbance, and attention issues in sensitive individuals. The emulsifiers E4721 and E4721E damage gut lining. Research shows they disrupt intestinal barrier function and alter gut bacteria composition. The texture is cottony and compresses to nothing. This unnatural softness comes from emulsifiers and high-speed mixing, not quality ingredients. The shelf life is 12 to 14 days. Real bread goes stale in 2 to 3 days. The extended shelf life requires preservatives. The glycemic index is around 75. Sainsbury's white bread raises blood sugar almost as fast as pure glucose. The price is around £1 for 800 grams. Cheap, but you're getting nutritionally void industrial bread that harms health. When I tested this against Sainsbury's Taste the Difference sourdough, the difference was shocking. The white bread was soft, bland, and chemical tasting. The sourdough was proper bread with real texture and flavour. Number 2. Sainsbury's tomato ketchup. The second worst product is Sainsbury's tomato ketchup. This is sugar sauce with tomato flavouring, not real ketchup. The sugar content is 21 grams per 100 grams. Over 1/5 of the ketchup is pure sugar. A typical serving contains 3 grams of sugar, nearly a teaspoon. The tomato content is from concentrate. Tomatoes are processed at high temperatures, destroying beneficial compounds like lycopene. A nutritionist explained, Sainsbury's ketchup is essentially tomato-flavoured sugar. The sugar content is catastrophic for a condiment people use liberally. You're adding massive amounts of sugar to meals without realising it. The modified cornstarch creates artificial thickness. Real ketchup gets thickness from tomatoes, not added starches. The preservatives include potassium sorbate. This extends shelf life but adds unnecessary chemicals. The natural flavourings are undefined. This vague term hides synthetic compounds created to boost tomato flavour. The salt content is 1.7 grams per 100 grams. Combined with excessive sugar, this creates addictive flavour that masks poor tomato quality. The price is around 90p for 460 grams. Cheap, but you're getting sugar sauce, not tomato sauce. When I tested this against Stokes Real Tomato Ketchup, not available at Sainsbury's, the difference was obvious. Sainsbury's ketchup was sickeningly sweet with artificial flavour. Stokes tasted like actual tomatoes. Number 1. Sainsbury's Basics Instant Noodles. The absolute worst product you can buy at Sainsbury's is Basics Instant Noodles. This represents everything wrong with ultra-processed food. The ingredients list is horrifying. Wheat, flour, palm oil, salt, flavour enhancers, E621, MSG, E635, sugar, soy sauce powder, garlic powder, onion powder, yeast extract, colours E150C, E160C, acidity regulator E500, thickener E412. That's 14 ingredients, most of them synthetic additives. Real noodles need flour, water and salt. The palm oil is used for frying. The noodles are deep fried in palm oil to make them quick cooking. You're eating fried noodles, not boiled. The flavour enhancers include MSG and disodium inosinate. These are excitotoxins that overstimulate neurons and may cause neurological problems with regular consumption. A neurologist told me MSG and related compounds overstimulate glutamate receptors. Some people experience immediate reactions like headaches. The long-term effects of regular consumption are concerning. The salt content is catastrophic. The seasoning packet contains over 4 grams of salt. That's more than half the daily recommended limit in one meal. The sugar content is also high. Instant noodles contain added sugar despite being a savory product. The colors include E150C. This is made with ammonia and creates 4-methylimidazole, a compound linked to cancer. The nutritional value is 0. Instant noodles provide calories but virtually no vitamins, minerals, fiber, or beneficial compounds. The price is around 50 pence for 5 packets. Extremely cheap, but you're eating fried noodles with MSG and excessive salt. The preparation involves adding the chemical-laden seasoning packet. The noodles alone are bad enough, but the seasoning adds massive amounts of salt and additives. When I tested these noodles, they were disgustingly artificial. The flavor was intensely salty with chemical MSG taste. The noodles were greasy from palm oil frying. There was nothing food-like about them. Here's what you need to know. Sainsbury's sells both excellent and terrible products. The key is knowing how to spot the difference. The rules are simple. Check the ingredient list first. Good products have short ingredient lists with recognizable items. 5 ingredients or fewer is ideal. Read sugar content carefully. Good products have minimal added sugar. Check nutrition labels. Anything over 10 grams of sugar per 100 grams in savory products is excessive. Avoid E numbers. Good products don't contain E numbers. Real food doesn't need emulsifiers, preservatives, colors, or flavor enhancers. Check for whole ingredients. Good products use whole ingredients like tomatoes rather than processed versions like tomato concentrate or tomato powder. Look for minimal processing. Good products are minimally processed. Raw honey, whole oats, cold-pressed oil, and sourdough bread are all minimally processed. Stop letting corporations poison your family for profit. Walk past that bread aisle. Find a local bakery, pay the extra $3. Your gut microbiome will thank you, your energy will stabilize, and your kids won't be consuming carcinogens with their peanut butter and jelly.